When Apollo goes silent, where do we find clarity? In a world drowning in data, yet starved for wisdom, where every screen screams an opinion and every algorithm curates a reality, have you ever felt a profound sense of disorientation? We are bombarded with information, yet true understanding seems to slip through our fingers. It's as if the very light of truth, the guiding voice of reason, has dimmed. Today, on Echoes of Olympus, we ask a crucial question. What happens when Apollo, the radiant Greek god of light, truth, prophecy, and reason, goes silent? In an age of unprecedented noise and pervasive uncertainty, where do we find clarity when the very sources of illumination seem to falter? Join us as we explore the profound implications of Apollo's silence and discover how, even in the darkest of times, the path to clarity can be found. The domain of Apollo: light, truth, and prophecy. Apollo is one of the most revered and multifaceted gods of the Olympian pantheon. He is the embodiment of light, not just the physical sun, but the light of knowledge, truth, and understanding. He is the patron of prophecy, speaking through oracles like the one at Delphi, guiding mortals with insights into their destinies. He is the god of music, poetry, and healing, bringing harmony and order to the world. And crucially, he represents reason, logic, and the pursuit of objective truth. In essence, Apollo symbolizes clarity. His presence brought order to chaos, illuminated hidden truths, and provided a rational framework for understanding the universe. When Apollo spoke, there was no ambiguity. His pronouncements were meant to cut through confusion and offer a direct path to understanding. He was the divine source of discernment, the one who could reveal the unseen and articulate the unspoken. For centuries, humanity looked to figures like Apollo, or the principles he represented, for guidance. We sought clarity from wise elders, sacred texts, scientific inquiry, and philosophical discourse. There was a perceived authority, a source of truth that, while perhaps challenging to access, was believed to exist and to offer a path out of ignorance. The silence of Apollo in the modern age. But what does it mean for Apollo to go silent in our modern world? It doesn't mean the absence of information. Quite the opposite. We are drowning in it. Apollo's silence, in our context, represents the erosion of trust in authoritative sources, the proliferation of misinformation, and the overwhelming cacophony of conflicting narratives that make it almost impossible to discern truth from falsehood. Consider the digital landscape. Every click, every scroll, every search query leads us down rabbit holes of curated content. Algorithms, designed to keep us engaged, often trap us in echo chambers, reinforcing our existing biases and shielding us from dissenting viewpoints. The very tools meant to connect us can isolate us in our own subjective realities. When science is questioned, when journalism is dismissed as propaganda, when political discourse devolves into shouting matches, that is Apollo going silent. It's not that the light of truth has vanished, but that it's obscured by so much noise, so much distortion, that it becomes almost impossible to perceive. We are left adrift, without a clear compass, yearning for guidance that seems to have withdrawn, finding clarity in the silence, the inner oracle. So, when Apollo goes silent, when the external sources of clarity seem to fail us, where do we turn? The answer, paradoxically, lies not in seeking more external noise, but in cultivating an inner silence, an inner oracle. This is not about rejecting external knowledge, but about developing the capacity to discern, to critically evaluate, and to trust our own inner wisdom. Here are some paths to finding clarity in Apollo's silence. 1. Cultivate critical reason. Apollo is the god of reason. In his silence, we are called to embody his principles, question everything. Don't accept information at face value. Seek out diverse perspectives, analyze arguments logically, and identify biases. Develop your own capacity for rational thought rather than outsourcing it. 2. Embrace introspection and reflection. True clarity often emerges from within. Dedicate time to quiet contemplation, meditation, or journaling. In the stillness, you can hear your own thoughts, process your emotions, and connect with your intuition. This inner dialogue can be a powerful guide when external voices are confusing. 3. Seek wisdom, not just information. Information is abundant. Wisdom is scarce. Wisdom comes from integrating knowledge with experience, empathy, and understanding. Engage with timeless texts, philosophical works, and the great myths that offer enduring insights into the human condition. These are sources of clarity that transcend fleeting trends. 4. Connect with authentic voices. While the digital landscape is noisy, there are still voices of integrity and wisdom. Seek out individuals, communities, and sources that prioritize truth, nuance, and genuine dialogue over sensationalism and polarization. Engage in meaningful conversations that challenge your assumptions and broaden your perspective. 5. Trust your inner compass. Ultimately, clarity is a personal journey. While external guidance can be helpful, the final arbiter of truth for your own life resides within you. Develop the courage to trust your own discernment, to stand by your convictions, and to act in alignment with your deepest values, even when the path ahead seems unclear. The enduring light within. The silence of Apollo is not a curse, but a profound invitation. It is a call to awaken our own inner capacity for clarity, to become our own oracles. In a world where external truths are fragmented and fleeting, the most reliable source of light is the one we cultivate within ourselves. By embracing critical reason, practicing introspection, seeking timeless wisdom, and trusting our inner compass, we can navigate the modern labyrinth of information and find our own path to understanding. We can become beacons of clarity, not just for ourselves, but for those around us, ensuring that the light of truth continues to shine, even when the gods seem to have fallen silent. If this video illuminated your path, please like, subscribe to the Echoes of Olympus channel for more deep dives into mythology, philosophy, and modern life, and share it with someone who needs to find their own clarity. And remember, the greatest truths are often found not in the loudest voices, but in the quietest moments of reflection.